Right, so I've taken the nut off the bottom of this bolt here, and now I'm just going to put that aside and keep it safe because I'll need to use that, and I'll just unscrew that bolt there and remove that. Okay, now that I've unscrewed that, what I'll do is I'll just pull that out, and I'm going to keep that in a safe place because, as Tony suggests, if we want to sell the bike but we want to keep the handbrake to put on another bike, then you want to be able to put that back on. So keep that in a safe place with all your other bits and bobs that you're going to keep. Okay, so now we grab this and we thread that through the hole through there, pop that down all the way, and then you're going to screw that in. Whoops, there we go. So you're just going to pop that back into the hole and align these bits and pieces, which are a bit hard to do one-handed and looking through the video screen. And you'll use an Allen key this time to push that through, and then you'll adjust these bits here and that bit there, and obviously pop back on your nut to hold everything in place. Okay, so just keep screwing that down until it's all nice and flush in there. Just keep going. So just make it nice and firm. Okay, take that out. Then obviously I'll put the nut on the bottom. So in under here. I'll come back to that. Right. Having a name of spanner is very apt at this stage because I think I've actually put it on back to front because it's not quite working where it needs to work, and when I go back this way it actually ends up being pushed away because this little shaft here is meant, by the looks of things, to go into this particular area here, and it just doesn't seem to want to do it correctly. So I'm going to take it off and flip it around. Right, okay, well actually I'm not as useless as I thought. This is one of the batch that the manufacturer actually emailed me about. This little section here where my thumb is touching is actually about 1 millimeter too long, and what's occurring is, I'll just take the handle off here. So what's occurring is that when I put the parking brake on, if you have a look underneath, instead of resting just above like that so it's got free movement, it's actually resting down there, so it's actually getting caught on that tiny little lip. So what I need to do so that it works and actually fits in there when it comes across, so I actually need to take off a couple of mil off that little shaft there. Now Mr. Pendle was extraordinarily apologetic in his email and did say that he would replace it and all the rest, but all it requires is just a very basic, very basic, I can't get this camera to focus, sorry guys. There we go. What it needs is just a very basic bit of filing to take a little bit of that metal off there. So I'll give that a go, see what I've got lying around the house here, and see if I can take some metal off. Okay, so with the Dremel I've just taken a little bit off the end there, and I'm going to clean it up with a hopefully that thing. Hopefully it works. Look at that, lovely and smooth now, Beautiful. Took a bit of paint off the bottom there, but you won't see that because that'll be underneath, because it'll actually sit like that, so it'll still look perfectly good. Right, I did a little test fitting, so before I've screwed it down, where's my handle? There we go. So you can see it comes across now, and it's not going to catch on that little bit there. So here we go. I've got it all installed, and what I'll do is I'll try and show you how it works. So you're where's my hand? There we go. So you're driving along and you use your brakes, and you can use your brakes normally as per normal. So you've come along and you stopped and you want to put your brake on. Just reach over with your finger, squeeze it in, push it down just with your finger there, and what it does, if you can see in there, is you can see that it's the little pin that's underneath this is actually locked into there, and to release it, all you do, just give it a little squeeze, pops up, and there you are, you're away to go. Boom, boom. So that's the spanner version of installing a Pendle handbrake for your St1100. So good luck following this if anyone did it, and once again my apologies for the absolute atrocious filming. You never know, I might even redo this because it was such a simple installation. I might even get someone to film me doing it. Alright, cheers.